Okay. So very good evening. So I will share you the link, which is a important link. Maybe I share first. Okay, all the information I will put it there in that link. Okay, which is in the Padlet. Can you see the Padlet? Can you see the Padlet?
We see. Yes, Victor.
Yeah. Okay. So you can write it down this Padlet.
Yes.
But you don't need to view in your view yet, okay, because I'm going to discuss based on how you're going to maximize or using this view, okay. So please allow me, give me 2 minutes, and we allow some students to let in first before we start. Okay, the main one, first one, you need to know that your academic calendar is going to start, okay. If you look for next, now you're in semester 1, right? So now you're in a semester 1, which is you are now currently, you are going to do your revision week, which is next week. Starting next week is your revision week, okay. Then you have 3 weeks of examination, and then you have semester break, and following for your semester 2. Starting your semester 2 will be April. But for ccs599, you will start during this mid semester break itself. Okay, so how it works? Okay, if you look, okay, this is with a timeline at a glance. Okay, so when we in a semester 1, then when we are in a semester break, okay, this is after your examination, okay, week 19, okay, and you are interbreak. During your interbreak, already start for CCS 599, which is registered in SEM 2, okay. You will officially register them during your week 1, okay, but here you already do some kind of a registration, which is your interbreak, during your interbreak. So your date will be on the week 20, which is you're going to be, as I mentioned earlier, is going to be around, I have that deadline date as well. Okay, so you will have some certain date, which is you need to comply. So you're going to do this one whole before you until your Viva for next sem. Okay, let's say you're not planning for next semester, you're going to planning for coming another semester, you skip next semester, you're planning not to do your CCS 599 next semester. That means you are you already have your research method, but you skip on that reason, you will start immediately for next semester. That is a different cohort. Okay, you will start immediately after the semester over, okay, for that particular year, okay, particular semester. Okay, but to make your life easier, what I do a timeline based on academic calendar for semester based for you semester. Okay, so this timeline you need to follow closely. Okay, if you look, I already mentioned it, identify your research title, and then when you mean week 1, what is the date for that? Okay, so all here is very clear, and I make it over here. Okay, what date you need to do, and when you do your register subject, what is your final date you need to register? Okay, the reason why we need to do and to comply with this deadline, because when you start your semester 1, semester 2, by the time your semester 2 officially start, okay, we already have your panel name. You already have now your supervisor, right? So you don't know who's your panel 1, who's your panel 2. We have 2 people who are going to be nominated as a panel 1 and also panel 2, which is they are going to be your examiner. Okay, so this will happen before you start your semester 2. Okay, and as you see here, I mentioned submit your research proposal form with the supervisor signature. This on a week 4 before the start of your 1 week before your official SEM 2 start. Okay, so you need to comply on the date. Official SEM 2 start is, I mentioned as earlier before this, is April. Okay, and but before that, 1 month before that, you already start do some kind of pre-registration. You already engage with your supervisor, and you make sure you already submit to us who you are dealing with, and all that the information will be with us, so that easier for us to facilitate. For us mean me, we facilitate assignment of panel. Okay, it's not I simply put the examiner names. Okay, you need to go through the school board. You need to go through the school board, and they will assess, okay, whether your subject and who can be the examiner for your thesis. Okay, based on your supervisor and also based on your subject matters. Okay, so they need to go. They call as JPS, Jawatan Kuasa Pengajian Siswaza. Okay, which is what they call postgraduate board. Okay, in the school. And once we have assignment of a panel which is already been approved, okay, on the when you start your semester, we already have the final list. Okay, who are going to be your panel? Because once your semester start in week, what do you call this? When you already start your calendar year, chapter 2, you start to do your work and try to polish your chapter 1 until chapter 4. Okay? Which is actually you already did chapter 1 until chapter 3 during your ccs599, but it's not to say 100%, and you might go and do some kind of polishing and things like that because you still have time to do so. Okay? So by the time another 4 weeks, another 1 month, okay, you need to upload your midterm as a submit your midterm report, which is your chapter 1 till chapter 4. Okay, so date will be here. Okay, 4th May of 2022. All this information, if you look, all this information, okay, is provided. So you just need to go through that this one until you find when you are going to have your this one YY and things like that. But all this information after this will be uploaded to your email. Okay, once you register, this which is your after you already in April. Okay, once you already paid and also you already registered officially for CCS 599 next semester in the system, then only you can access the e-learn of CCS 599. Am I right? And during that time, you will have this all information again. But to make your life easier, what we do, we create this Padlet where there's a it's like the information things where every single information that you're supposed to know already provided here. Okay, and if you look, we have as earlier I mentioned a glance at a glance, and then we go through as about the timeline as well based on the year. Okay, the main thing that you need to do now for now, okay, you still have time because you still have time for during your inter break after 3 weeks of your what you call your examination. But most of the time you forget about your CCS 599. You start to think about CCS 599 when you start to register, which is wrong. Okay, you need to start during your inter break itself. Okay, if I said, as I mentioned earlier, during your inter break, your CCS 599 is already start. Okay, so please beware on that. So your inter break, if you look on the time calendar, your inter break will be on the 7 April, 7 March. Okay, that is your inter break here. So basically, you need to make sure you already look on this inter break. So your inter break will start. Okay, during your inter break, you already start on the week 1. It's considered you already start on your doing your CCS 599. I do understand you already do your initial what you call research proposal, but that not considered as CCS 599 yet. That is just a part of a submission for CCS 591, which is your research methodology class. Okay, but that you can use for CCS 599, but try to polish it based on your input from your supervisor, ding dong here and there, so that you make sure everything is nice to be presented and to be submitted as your midterm. Very important. Okay, so your midterm you need to submit during your week 1 of your week 5 of your semester. Okay, which is you need to upload in the e-learn by the time you already have your e-learn. Okay, 4th May of 2022. Don't think that you have a lot of time. By the time you start, it's going to be very fast. Time goes very fast, and you need to follow. Basically, nobody will be there to say, hey, tomorrow is your deadline and things like that. Okay, you need to get prepared. Okay, And obviously, I'll be there to make sure you submit to us. If not, I will chase for your report. But we cannot wait so long for you because everything is in order. If you miss, you are missed. You need to drop and you need to take next semester. It's very strict deadline and things like that. Because once you submit to us, especially if you look here, we are doing work behind on your screen. I mean, what we are trying to say here. So you will have your midterm presentation. After you submit the midterm report, you will have a midterm presentation after normally around 2 weeks from that date. Okay, we will, once you submit to us, we will submit to the panels. So panel will read and give the report to you as well and give what you call assess on the midterm presentation. Okay, so any input from the panel, normally we will have panel 1 to be there. Okay, you will have examination during YYOC will be panel 1 and also panel 2. So by the time you already upload all that and then you final draft, then you submit to your supervisor. Okay, that is during July. And then your supervisor give approval. We also have form for that. Okay, you need to upload the form to the what do you call the to the e-learn. Okay, okay, where's the form and all that? You will have that by the time you will have in the e-learn to check on that. Okay, and then after your supervisor approval, by the time next we will assign the assignment examiner 2. Okay, so we will do who going to be your examiner 2. Okay, because sometimes even though you have your topic and all that, your supervisor give you some feedback and things like that, and your panel 1 give you feedback, and then end up there's some kind of other element to be in your research. So we need to find the examiner 2 who are relevant to that particular topic. Okay, next we will do a final dissertation submission. Normally, this is before your YYOC, okay, where you need to do your final dissertation submission, okay, and we will submit to, you need to send to our secretary, okay. Obviously, when you submit to e-learn, I will submit to the what you call secretary to make sure she check the Turnitin. Sorry. So she will do a Turnitin check. Okay, normally the allowance for Turnitin check is should be less than 25%. Okay, and don't go and do your own Turnitin check before the School of Computer Science do the Turnitin check. Okay, sometimes it will reflect as your plagiarism as well. So please make sure let the university do that. Okay, and Turnitin check if there's any increase, let's say it's been like 30%. So they will ask you to go and do some kind of adjustment. Maybe rephrase or certain words you try to put it the whole sentences and things like that. Then it will reflect to become 30%. Okay, that is to check plagiarism. Okay, if you're more than 40%, there's something wrong. Okay, so normally student will get, yes, there are students, even last semester, there are students who get 27, 28. That means minor things. We try to help, try to check, and then we try to do recheck for them, okay, in the 13. So that we try to help as much as we can. Okay, so you need to get the report, report before you go for YYOC. Okay, we will give it to you in 1 or 2 days after you submit the finalization submission. Okay, and then the YYOC will be online as well as by now still online. We don't know yet by next semester. Okay, but still at the moment we are deciding going by online. Okay, so we will do online YY panel and it's already fixed 29th August. That is your YYOC date. Okay, for next semester, if you are planning to do your ccs599, that's going to be your date of your final dissertation. Okay, is it clear? Any question that you want to ask? So for now, what you need to do is you can, after this, maybe you have time, just go to this link and try to write it back again. Okay, your name, your metric number, email, title of your proposal, okay, name of your supervisor, okay, and upload proposal with the supervisor signature. Okay, if you cannot get this, it's still okay, but try to get as fast as you can. Okay, because it need to be done during this time. Okay, after you already done the pre-registration form, we also have this proposal form. This is when you need to submit as a what do you call very clear. It's been put in here over here. What we submit research proposal form with the supervisor signature. Okay, so you need to submit them. You need to submit this form. But for now, even today, you can fill up this. Okay, pre-registration Google form. Okay, so basically this is the thing that I would like to highlight. Main thing is about your deadline, because most of the students are getting think that ccs599 is only next semester, so it's still okay for me to relax now and think about it later. But you should know that your ccs599 591 already give you a fire start where you already start to do your proposal. Okay, any question until now?
Yes, sir. I have questions, sir.
Yes, who is this?
My name is Victor.
Yes, Victor.
Okay, sir. We are currently running research proposal, and
What do you say? Sorry.
we are currently running a research methodology. Sorry, research methodology EKC 500. I think so.
Okay.
So we have been asked to submit our research proposal through e-learning, which we have done.
Okay.
So my question is that one different from what we are going to do in the school as our research proposal?
Okay. EKC 500 is also substantial of CCS 591. Okay. In EKC, what you do, you are doing like a centralized, and then you come in between with the class of CCS 591. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. So what you need to do is now, once you already submitted your proposal, I think you already have your supervisor.
Yes, sir.
Supervisor.
Dr. Shu.
Okay, so your supervisor, when you communicate with your supervisor, okay, you already try to do as the proposal for the school method, even though you're doing EKC 500. Okay, from the EKC 500 report, which is you are submitting for CCS 591 here, okay, earlier in your with the Dr. Farah told, as am I right? Or you submit to the other school?
We submitted to the online. There is a place online that we have computer science
Okay,
link.
so from there you need to do adjustment. Maybe something not similar, because it might be depending on the who are doing the host. Maybe from engineering they are doing the host, might be more relevant to engineering methodology. So you need to check and balance with your supervisor. As long as your supervisor happy with your proposal, that's fine. Okay.
Okay.
So for now,
So
what you do, you try to clear your EKC 500, okay? But
okay.
once you're done with that, then you start to polish the report based on the CCS and proposal. Got it?
Okay, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you, Victor. It's a good question. Any other question, please? I welcome questions so that everyone will benefit this session. Ask the question which is related, which is going to benefit all of you at this moment. Okay? And
So,
do a registration. Yes,
so
Mr.
the pre-proposal without the signature still can submit now, or have to wait until the signature?
Okay, for the proposal form that I mentioned here, pre-registration form, you can submit first. Okay, so during the one I mentioned here, the date, submit research proposal form with the signature. This one you need to submit with the signature, because that's the time that we try to facilitate assignment of panel. Okay, so by 28 March. Okay, for now, because we want to know how many of you are planning to do CCS 599. Okay, because sometimes the Viva could be 2 days, could be 3 days, depending on number of the students. Okay, and that's the reason. So we need to facilitate all that. Okay, it's okay if you plan to do your CCS 599 next semester, there's no harm. But the thing is, we want to plan in advance. Okay, so for that reason.
Okay. Okay. So the one that you mentioned earlier, like in row 6, register ccs599, this it means we pay the fee, everything, right? Register in, right?
That is, this register ccs599 is something that you do payment. Normally you register as a, what you call, register the subject.
Okay, okay. Then we make the payment, everything. Okay.
That's the payment time and things like that. Even you don't have, sometimes some student have a funding problem, you have a delay on the funding to pay and all that. So for that reason, that's the reason we ask you to do this pre-registration. So even though we know that sometimes it's not you straight away in a week one, you already know that you are repaid, or you may be thinking of your taking CCS 599, but you're not registered yet officially. You understand? So for that reason, we want to know, okay, you have intention. It's okay if in the middle of the time, okay, of course we will be sad because we already planned. Let's say during before your first midterm, okay, and you drop, you don't want to do in that semester, you do in the following semester, it's still fine. But don't take too long because once you register, your payment will be not be refundable. So you need to be very careful with that as well. So there's some clause you need to check on the IPS website, how many weeks you can register, and then you make sure you can attend the this one. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Question, Mr. Lai Chukiang.
Yeah, yeah, understand. Thank you.
Hello, Doc.
You're asking if it is not on the specific date, you don't submit. If failed, that it. In this case, we don't because it's involving so many parties. Okay, it's going to involve school. Is it going to involve this university? Okay, when we set the date of Viva, you don't attend the Viva. You ask postpone of the Viva. It's not going to be postponed for coming 1 week or 2 weeks because all this will be reflected in your this one. Is going to be upper level. Okay, once we approve, okay, you are passed. It goes to the school level. From the school board, it goes to university level, and then once university level already approved in the Senate, and it goes to the what you call your convocation and things like that. So if you do something wrong in the between of the deadline, so it's going to be affected, and it's going to be not affected 1 week or 2 weeks. It might go to next semester. So it depends on what excuse and things like that for your extension and your what you call delay. So I feel you need to be very careful and don't think about delaying on that matter. Okay, Rajit? So before you start, don't think about what happen if you are going to delay. There is no sorry here. Okay, I will say sorry first before you say sorry. Okay, in that sense, I'm very strict. That's the reason why I have this discussion. Okay, I will post this in the e-learn of ccs591 in case some student don't attend today. Okay, any question?
Hello, Doctor.
Yes.
I have a question concerning the PhD students that were mandated to sign the attendance. Is this information related to us too?
No. This is something for only for CCS599. It's not related for PhD student. So
Okay.
if you want to
Okay,
sign
sir.
for your this one, I think Dr. Farad will have do something with the signing this one attendance. Okay. This
Okay,
is no
sir.
attendance taken for this class.
Okay, but I'm talking about the information. Are we to go through this process also for our research proposal?
For which one? For your
Research proposal.
research proposal, you already did in CCS591, right?
Yeah, but we were only mandated to attend the class and to sign the attendance. So I'm just asking if we have to go through this process too.
No. This is not for the attendance process. Don't worry. What you already submitted was your assignment 1, assignment 2, that you do already. SLR and also your research proposal. That is good enough. So this is nothing to do with the assignment. And for my attendance part, I don't really I give all the rights to you. Okay, you know better whether to attend or not to attend, or whether to watch the video later. So don't worry about attendance in my session. Okay, with Dr. Farad, she might be serious and things like that, but most of the time we try to be very lenient on the attendance as well. So because we treat you as a matured and also what you call working students. Okay, we don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Okay.
Thank you. Don't worry about that. Don't worry.
Doctor?
Any other questions?
Yes, question.
Yes, Victor.
Yeah, I think what Dr. Ige, sorry, what the last speaker was trying to ask is that we, the PhD students, are we going to pass through this process that you are telling us now, or what is going to be our own formatting? What is going to be our own process? Are we following this process?
No. PhD, you have your own, this one, you have your own sweet time. Okay? You depending, you are ready, you can submit. You are ready, you can have your Viva. It's depending on your supervisor and you. Okay? So you need to
Okay.
go to your research proposal review. PhD is totally different. This is for only master student ccs599. That's why we put it Master Computer Science USM here.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it's
Sorry,
not
sir.
PhD student. Sorry, you're a PhD student, is it, Victor?
Yes, sir. I'm a PhD student, sir.
Okay, if you're a PhD student, don't worry. You're just alliance with your supervisor. Your supervisor will determine who's your examiner and all that later on. So it's a long process. 3 years for you on the line. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
So maybe Oyo and Victor, you can leave the room. Okay, but the rest, if you have any question, please ask for your benefit. So I expect you to what you call do the registration after this class. Okay. And there's a question about this is the link, okay? padlet.com/nd95/mastercs. Can you access without this one? I think you can access straight away. Sheikh, can you access this? Okay, thank you, Kelvin. Okay, any other questions?
Doctor, I'm Calvin here.
Yes.
Just double confirm that after we register this Google form, we still need to register in the IPS system, right?
Yes, because this is just for our information. I mean, for my information and also the school to prepare the behind the scene. What should we have? Okay, the panel, the things, and then all that. So we need to make sure who's is actually. You might take this semester ccs591, which is research methodology, but you might not planning to do your ccs599 next semester. Okay, depending on your this. You also need to check on your what you call candidature period as well. So, okay, if you think that you have candidature period is longer, then it's okay. If not, please make sure try to complete as fast as you can because everything there is a mature time for your even masters. Okay, if you look in the offer letter, there is a candidature period when and you're supposed to finish the whole course. Okay, for those who are taking very long, sweet time, that's the thing. Okay, Kevin.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Another question is the form that we need to submit it in the Google form is the below one, right? The Dr. Nasuh.
Yes, exactly. Fill this proposal form.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's okay for now. Later, you update again with the signature. Okay?
Thank you.
Or you can, because most of the information here is already this one. What we need is most important is the part here. Your name, your metric number, your email, your mobile number, name of supervisor. Even you leave it empty, this one, your file, upload proposal, is okay for now. Okay? If you already have, then it's good. If not, it's okay. Because your proposal form, you need to have your brief, what do you call your, this part, research synopsis. Then only your supervisor can sign. Okay? So this one you can print it out and also you can make your supervisor to see that, okay? Even this form is an old form, I might, what do you call, update this form. Okay, any other questions?
Hi, Doctor.
Hi, Ali. Yeah.
Yes, about supervisor signature, we will request that by system or by WhatsApp directly with from supervisor.
What do you mean? It's not normally what you do. Okay, you need to fill up this form.
Okay, and send
This
the
form,
to the supervisor?
You
By what?
send by email to your supervisor. Automatically, supervisor
Okay.
know that he need to signature and also give a officer's.
Okay. Clear. That's mean by email without any system. Our
Yeah,
university.
there's no other system. We don't. If you want to do any system for us, we are welcome for you to do that. Yes,
Okay. Thank you.
I will really appreciate. It will make my life easier.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Just joking. Okay. Any other questions?
Doctor, I have one question, please.
Yes, Mama Latif.
Doctor, you mean write up proposal, research proposal in this form for signature our supervisor? Yes, summary of proposal.
No, this is not your proposal yet. Okay. What you have, this is just a research proposal form. Okay, where you
Yes.
only submit your research synopsis. Okay. If
Yes,
you,
here.
yeah, you already have. Most of you already have, I guess. Okay. So because what you are going to submit to us, just a form here. Okay. But what you're going to submit after this, okay, where you submit your this one. This is actually your, which is your proposal become your midterm, which is you have chapter 1 until chapter 4. The term is different, okay, because your proposal normally you send only chapter 1 until chapter 3 for ccs591. Am I right?
Yes.
Now you have until chapter 4, including chapter 4.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
I understand. Yes.
Any other questions?
Hello, Doctor.
Yes, who's talking here? Queen, yeah, Queen Lee. Cindy.
Yeah, I applied the postponement for next semester. So how so do I need to upload the proposal next semester, yeah, and use this URL to upload?
I don't get it. You say you mean you postpone next semester, is it?
Yes.
That means you don't want to do anything next semester.
Okay. And I mean is yes, this use URL I can use in next semester.
Okay, for next semester, what you do after this semester, right? Now this semester is starting here. So you try to contact me. There are some students who are actually not doing CCS591 this semester. They did last semester. Okay, you can contact me after the 1 week or 2 weeks before here, which is end of semester 2. You need to keep, and you have my number, right? So you try to contact me. Try to reduce the volume.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you check on the semester break time after this. When is your, especially your, what you call your revision week, during this week, okay? Maybe by August. Maybe you contact me during August. Okay, how you want to plan for next coming semester? You got
Okay,
it?
okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you.
So Doctor, I look at the file about the new timeline based on academic calendar SEM2 2021/22. So there's a row that says actual week. It doesn't actually reflect the actual week of our actual calendar, right? So what we should refer to is the academic calendar, right?
Yes. Use this as your guideline.
Just follow the academic calendar, then we'll be
academic
good, right?
calendar. But the thing is, your academic calendar, when you follow semester 1, sorry.
For semester 2, right? For semester
Okay,
2.
let's say your semester 2, right? If you are following exactly your semester 2 calendar, is going to April. Am I right?
Yes, okay.
Yes, but what I try to emphasize here, you start your thing is in the March itself during your semester break. That's the reason this glance shows you. Even though your semester 2 start here, but before that you already do your things here in CCS 591, 599.
So which means we start everything is 20 lah, right? Academic the academic calendar week
Yes,
20,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
Because 24, if you look here, you officially start with SEM 1, SEM 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's the reason. Okay.
Okay. So we can just ignore the actual week now, right? We just look at the
Actually, you
academic
don't need to
calendar.
ignore. You can ignore all this. This is for our friend reference. What you need to do is you really be very careful with this deadline, which is already been draft, already checked for you and all that. If there are any new things, then I will make sure I will update in the what you call e-learn. So for now, you don't have the process of communication official. So that's the reason why I'll upload in the Padlet, because these 4 weeks you cannot access ccs599. Am I right? Okay.
Yes, yes.
So after
Okay.
these 4 weeks, once you already register, then only you can access to ccs599, which is under e-learn. In there, I will give you the information. Okay, if you look, okay, maybe I can you see my new tab now?
Yeah, I can see on YouTube.
Can you see the
Yes.
that I'm logging in?
Yeah.
Okay, you can see my login, is it? And e-learn.
Yes, yes.
We try to see whether. But I cannot log in. Why?
Yep.
You see this one, dissertation, right? ccs599.
Okay.
See this? Can you see the e-learn? This one, you cannot access this, but I will give you after one you assess. When is your presentation time? What is the midterm? Okay, when is your final draft submission, approval, final thesis submission, all this. So you will get to me in touch.
Okay. Okay. I will have that once I register lah. That's what you mean, right?
What is sorry?
Or I will have this access once I register lah, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So I send the pre-proposal and register, then I should able to see this. Am I right?
Exactly, exactly. So
Okay.
why I'm asking you to do so. So I want you to go to this, okay, to understand the timeline and also to follow this strictly. Because I don't want you to, after you come in the semester 2, then only you start to ask me what happened to the supervisor, what happened to the supervisor, whether, because now your supervisor might already what you call agree with you, but officially we don't have anything black and white. Okay, whether your supervisor agree. Hello, because I hear the echo through my phone. That's the reason why. Maybe my WebEx in my phone is on as well. Sorry, yeah. Yes, it's actually WebEx in my phone as well going on. I try to off from my phone. Oh, cannot. If I end, it will be end here. So that's the reason why I mentioned. So you just follow this deadline. Okay. So by the time you have your semester 1, is there echo when I'm talking to you?
There's no echo, but there's this sound. I don't know what is that. Okay, but anyway, you come is sometimes you can hear that now. But the it's clear lah. Your line is clear.
Okay, okay. Sorry for that, because my kids sometimes come in and go out. So that's the reason. Sorry for that. Okay. So I think by the time you already go through this Padlet, you already have rough idea. So for now, what is the commitment I want you to do is you do this pre-registration form, and then it's good for you to get this proposal form from your supervisor. Okay, I mean you fill up and try to submit to your supervisor. But obviously, when you submit now, your supervisor will be shocked. Why so early? Because maybe he tried to get your proposal, what you call GIS is not there yet or something like that. Okay, maybe it's not agree everything in your proposal yet. So maybe you don't want this to be recorded. You understand? Okay, once it's done, it's okay. Some supervisor is very clear. They to give you the signature straight away. once they see your proposal form and things like that. Okay, so main thing is you pass this course as well, ccs591. Okay, I guess most of you will pass. Okay, and there's no issue on that. Okay, so because the pass is a minimum is C plus to continue with the ccs599. Okay, unless you don't submit and things like that. Okay, so normally if there's a case, then we will call you and we try to get in touch with you. Okay, we don't simply fail as well anybody in the class. Okay, any other question?
Sorry, Doctor. And Calvin, just double confirm the regarding the IPS registration, we can straight away do today also, right?
IPS registration, I don't think so. You can register now because you still not pass your CCS 591.
Oh, it means that we need to wait until we receive the result for 591 first. We only do the
They will open for once because this semester is not over yet. It's during the March, then only you will open.
Okay, understood. So it means we get the result first. We only register.
Yeah, even you don't get result, it will take some time for you to do this one. I don't think so. Result, there's no like a prerequisite, but we will check that result. You see, what I mean prerequisite here. Okay, in some university, without you have this result, you cannot register at all. Okay, that is a prerequisite.
Okay.
I don't know how IPS control that system wise.
Understood. So we Google form first lah.
Yes, do your Google form first, fill up first, then you submit to us.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? I hope this session is clear for you in terms of the timeline, what's the expectation and things like that, what we are doing in the behind. Normally we try to help you in the Turnitin and things like that. So that is a clear process for you to submit for YYOC. Okay? Any other questions?
Hello, doctor. This is Shaikh.
Yes.
I want to ask for next semester when we are doing our dissertation, will we have another like class where we can ask a professor of any general format during the research?
There's no class for that. You just liaise with your supervisor.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, normally your supervisor well versed to know about the format and things like that. Even your university format, there is a format for you to do so, but to check on that. But the thing is, most of the supervisor will give you the feedback and also try to give you the what you call what you're supposed to repair and things like that. Okay, don't worry, Sheikh. You are in our team, so I think Umair itself will be there to supervise us before
Yes.
I go through your proposal and things like that. Okay.
Okay, doctor. Yes, doctor. Thank you.
Sorry. Okay. Anything else? For the rest of the students who are not under my supervision, obviously your supervisor is well versed. Don't worry. They will do their part to check on your proposal. Obviously, they will say, "Hey, what is this? Something. If it is something wrong, it's not according to the format that should be there." I mean, they will ask whether you not go through the research methodology class and things like that. That will reflect back to us. So make sure you do something which is very clear and very concise in terms of your research proposal. Okay. Any other questions?
Doctor,
Victor, one question, please.
There's two. Maybe Mama Latif, you can ask first.
Yes, Victor. I want to ask about submitted the 1 to 4 chapter for Doctor. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You said submit chapter 1 to chapter 4.
Yeah. I want to ask about I can submit just for chapter 1 to chapter 3. If I can't get the result for the chapter 4.
Okay, for that case, normally it's a very good question as well. Thank you, Mama Latif. There are certain issues, certain case where the students do submit until chapter 3 during their midterm. Okay, but upon to your supervisor agreement, as upon to your supervisor, what you call to say yes, you already did, but you don't have the result. But obviously, the skeleton still there for chapter 4. Okay, main thing we'll check on chapter 1 until chapter 3. But chapter 4, some of the students already have on the during that time. That's the reason. Okay, don't worry, Latif.
Okay.
So find this. If you cannot find the result to produce for chapter 4, you still can have certain things to really write for your chapter 4 during that. Even you don't have a final result and things like that, whatever you have, you already written for chapter 4. If not, your supervisor yourself will say to you, okay, it's enough. Maybe we will see and we will tell during the midterm presentation. You can talk to the presenter because midterm presentation is more to check and balance with your, because you not only is the, it's like more to get a second opinion. Okay, the process of here, if you look, okay, when you already have your semester 2 start, okay, here, sorry, and then you already do your chapter 1 until chapter 4, during this time, you will have your midterm presentation, okay? And that, by that time, okay, once you have your midterm presentation, from your midterm, next process is going to be your final draft. You understand? Which is going to be, after that, you're going to give a final version of what you already did. Okay, so in that reason, we want to have this midterm presentation is not to just to assess, to give you marks and things like that. No, the panel is there to give you feedback, to give you more second opinion on what you did. Okay, because sometimes your supervisor might lead. It might be so your supervisor mislead. So your panel could help to see, okay, this is not something that supposed to be this way, and then go in this direction or things like that. Okay, depending. That's the reason. Okay, anything that you want to know more? Anything else? Any other questions? I thought, hello? Can you hear me? Suddenly quiet.
Yes, Victoria, I can.
Suddenly quiet. I was surprised nobody talking here. Okay, anything else you want to ask? If there's no question, then we will end the session in a few minutes. Is there any other question that you want to ask? If not, then I will end this session and I will stop the recording, and also I will upload this recording in your, what you call, in your e-learn. Okay. So anything else that you want to ask from me?
I
Doctor,
would thank
Wish you
for
good
you,
luck.
Doctor.
Yes, Latif?
I would thank a lot for you, Doctor.
Okay, thank you. So I
Thank
wish
you
you,
very much.
and make sure keep in touch. Anything, any problem, you can still contact me. Okay, even though we what you call